Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Wad from the camp of Israelites of Birmingham, coming at you with another lesson. And I seen these news stories, and I wanted to bring them out to the body. So this first news story says mountain lion suspected of attacking young child in San Diego euthanized. People who live nearby said they often see signs posted warning of wild cats. So you see signs posted saying warning of wild cats. Why would you even go uh, in that area, right? Not like Esau Edom. Says this story came out May 26, 2019. Says a mountain lion suspected of attacking a 4-year-old boy in San Diego was euthanized after the child was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries, authorities said Tuesday. San Diego Fire and Rescue was called with a report of a mountain lion attack from Los Pinacuitos Canyon Preserve at about 2:30 p.m. on Monday. The boy was with a group of 11 people during the attack. Everyone scattered except the boy's father, who fended off the animal, says California Department of Fish and Wildlife Lieutenant Scott Brinkman on Tuesday. Let's look at this story. And this is NBC. Let's see. Says Arizona Wildlife Sanctuary Director mauled by his own tiger. The hell you doing having your own tiger, man? Let's read this story. A Bengal tiger on Monday. When did this story come out? This is April 25th, 2019. So a little bit over a month ago. Says the Bengal tiger on Monday attacked and badly injured the executive director of the Arizona Wildlife Preserve where it was being kept, NBC News reported. Says the tiger, 11-year-old Bowie, won't be euthanized, so they ain't killed this one. Said the keepers of the Wild Nature Park. Jonathan Kraft, its founder and executive director, was left with 2 broken bones and other injuries, but he said the accident was his fault. Of course it's his fault. You got a wild out animal. Says it only takes a fraction of a second for a wild animal, right, to revert to their instinctual behavior. These situations occur when there is human error, Kraft said in a statement. And the human error was taking the cat, a big ass cat, and putting it in any kind of reserve in the first place. Says the injury took place after Kraft told his staff to move its cats inside to shelter them from the unseasonable heavy thunderstorm, right? And there's some storms that's plaguing this place right now, right? Let's go into this story. This is USA Today, and it says California man 65 swimming off Maui killed in Hawaii's first fatal shark attack since 2015. So 2 of them died. 2 of them lived, 1 of them died, right? And this story is coming out May 26, 2019, a couple days ago. Says a California man died Saturday in Hawaii's first fatal shark attack since 2015, promoting officials to post shark warning signs. The 65-year-old was swimming about 60 yards from the shore of Kanapaya Beach Park on Maui when a shark attack, authorities says. Multiple Sacramento television stations reported Sunday night that the man who died was Thomas Smiley, a longtime optometrist. Witness Alice Killer told Hawaii News now the rescuers pulled an unconscious man ashore, then performed CPR. As we got close, we saw some blood on his stomach, and then I got to looking a little bit more at his wrist. It looked like the skin on his wrist was just torn off, Keller said. And then I got looking closer, and his entire left leg from his knee down was just missing. Wow. Call lawyer, how about him have a shot Rockatha? What he say? Ooh wee. Let's read that again. And then I got looking closer, and his entire left leg from his knee down was just missing. All praise to how about him have a shot. Right? Now let's put this thing to the scriptures. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. Then he answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then thou shalt understand that this is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So Yahweh is visiting the world which he made. But why is the Most High visiting the world more and more right now which he made? Let's get understanding, man. Most High told the children of Israel to return back to him, and he's going to perform a work in our day that we ain't never seen. He's doing that, right? With all these hurricanes, these earthquakes in diverse places, like these tornadoes, these earthquakes in diverse places, man, this hail, you know what I'm saying? Most High, these floods, he's really doing a number on this country, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Most High thy power have driven thee, and thou shalt return unto the Most High thy power, and it shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that the Most High thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee. And I will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Most High thy power have scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out to the utmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Most High thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Most High thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Most High thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Most High thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So like it. Verse 7. And the Lord, Slack and the Most High thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, right? So let's get one of these curses that the Most High put up on us. He's going to put up on our enemies, right? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 24. And they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat. And that's what's going on right now. In Alabama, we getting devoured with burning heat, right? And with a bitter destruction. And I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them with the poison of serpents of the dust, right? The Most High is sending these teeth of wild beasts, right? Let's get more precepts. Salakia. When the righteous, is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So you know the people are mourning when the wicked bear rule. What do you think the animals are doing? What do you think the trees are doing? But let's get who the wicked is, right? It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Right? So the scripture say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? We already know who's running the earth, right? Esau, Edom, right? But let's get more precepts regarding this wild beast, right? It's the book Ecclesiasticus, out the Apocrypha, chapter 39 and verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Look at that. Teeth of wild beasts, right? Thus saith the Most High. It says, they rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. So that lets you know right now, man. Angels do not have any free will. So if the angels don't have any free will, you know man don't have any free will, right? Let's get more precepts regarding those spirits, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 4. Who maketh his spirits angels. So like who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers are flaming fire, right? He make his angel spirits, right? Let's get more precepts. Because people don't realize, man, when the Most High send out his angels to do his work, they're going to accomplish everything he had them sent out, right? Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is the book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 3. We're going to start at verse 23. Nevertheless, Herodias executed that which was decreed. Now, as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury, the Most High of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition. Seeing spirits, right? Demons, right? So that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of Yahweh, and fainted, and were sore afraid. For there appeared unto them a horse with a terrible rider upon him. Man, that's where they get that headless horseman from, right? And adorned with a very fair covering. And he ran fiercely, and smote at Herodias with his forefeet. And it seemed that he had sat upon the horse, and it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete harness of gold. Moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength, excellency, and beauty, comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side and scourged him continually, and gave him many sore stripes. And Herodias fell suddenly into the ground, and was compassed with great darkness. And they that were with him took him up and put him into a litter, right? So the Most High controls all these spirits, man. And the Most High can do what he want to do, right? Once again, California man, 65 swimming off Maui, killed in Hawaii's first fatal shark attack since 2015. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Lord willing, it's been edifying. Till the next time I say, Shalom.